A day or two ago, the Pokemon Company released the Pokemon TCG 30th Anniversary trailer, so we're going to be watching that in today's video, breaking it down, looking over all the little details in that trailer together, so that we can get a good idea of what we can expect for the 30th Anniversary TCG set, and what you guys should be doing in terms of investing and collecting. So guys, let's get into it. What up? Welcome back to Pokeching. Hope you guys are all doing well. Like I said in the intro, we are going to be looking at this trailer. So let's not waste any time and let's get right into it, guys. So here we go. Pokemon 30th Anniversary or 30th Celebration trailer. So we have the Mew and the Mewtwo kind of chrome cards. We have a bunch of Pikachus with an interesting foil treatment that have been announced. So we are going to be getting a lot of Pikachu cards. And there's a little detail here that we want to pay attention to, which is right here, which shows that there are 30 Pikachu cards to collect, if I'm not mistaken. And so, you know, it's showing like, you know, number 14 out of 30. Hopefully this doesn't mean that, I doubt it, but imagine there were only 30 copies of each Pikachu card and that was like serialized and the 14 was like the 14th of that series. That's probably not what it is, but anyway, there are, it seems to be 30 different Pikachu artworks to collect, and so each card will have its like little number there. So because the hollow foil pattern is kind of different, I imagine this is going to be somewhat of a kind of like a subset that goes along with the 30th Anniversary Celebration set, so it might not be part of the main set, but anyway. These are interesting. There are a bunch of different artworks that are pretty cool. Like this one's a bit funny, this one here too. Yeah, so maybe we will be getting some reprints there. I don't recognize too many of these Pikachus, to be honest, if I even recognize any of them. There are so many Pikachu cards in the TCG that it's kind of hard to recognize. This guy here kind of, I feel like he kind of reminds me of something, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, let's continue on. So we have those Pikachus there, there's a bunch more, and they have a really cool kind of texture on them. And this texture kind of reminds me of the foil treatment that we got on the, I don't know if you guys saw it in Japanese, but you know we got those classic collection big boxes that had 3 decks, a Venusaur, a Blastoise, and a Charizard deck, with a bunch of cards that were reprinted, and they had a pretty cool foil treatment on them, and it kind of feels like that's what's going on in the background here. This one here looks different. It's kind of got like a circular foil treatment on it, but these two actually don't look like they have that. It looks like they have a different one, but maybe that's just the video that makes it seem that way. I'm not too sure. So we have a bunch of Pokemon coming as foil cards. We have that 30th Anniversary stamp there, which is very similar to the 25th Anniversary one, if not the same, just with a 3 and a 0 instead of a 2 and a 5. And here we have some really, really nice illustration rares. So as you can see, there are a bunch of different languages shown here. So this is French. Griffe means scratch, so that's French. This is Spanish or Italian or something, I'm not too sure. No idea what this is. I'm not too sure what language that is, but anyway, they're all different. They're showing a bunch of different languages. But this Lapras here is really, really cool. I love this card, man. I really like Lapras. This artwork's insane. Definitely going to be keen on getting that card. So yeah, nice illustration rare. So we will be getting illustration rares in the set. That's good to know. We're getting some EX cards. So obviously the cards they're showing are gonna be in the set. I don't see why they'd show them otherwise. And something interesting, I can't remember, ah, there we go, this is what it was. This foil treatment on this Charizard here is exactly the same as what they had in the Japanese Classic Collection, only difference being that they have the 30th Anniversary stamp on it. And this card here, so the Tag Team Pikachu and Zekrom card, has that same foil pattern. So is this going to be kind of like the go-to foil pattern for kind of some of the more high-end or top-tier cards? Not too sure, but it's interesting to see it like this, because in the teaser that we saw back a few months ago, I don't know if this had that foil treatment. I don't think it did. So they've obviously changed a few things since then. And in this trailer here, you know, you're seeing that new foil pattern, and there's a bunch of cards, can't tell which is which. And here we have these new kind of rarities, new types of Pokemon. So you're getting to see the texture there a little bit. I will pause on that. You see the texture around the energies and in the background there. The energies look kind of weird actually. I did notice this. I don't know if it's just the texture in the video that makes it look that way. But look at the psychic energy. It has like these weird kind of... It looks different. Like, you know, you got the eye. Instead of it just being black, it has like this kind of line here and here. Almost like the eye is different. It's probably just the texture, but anyway, or like the effect that they want to put on it, like a chrome effect or something like that. But here we have those two cards. My honest opinion on these two is that they look cool. The texture looks cool. Like artwork wise, kind of average in my opinion. We do have this kind of like rainbow, maybe it'll be a rainbow foil or something. But yeah, the color of the Pikachu head is a bit different on these ones, so they're probably a much higher rarity. But yeah, it's an EX, so these are EX cards. It doesn't really say like, you know, Gigantamax or, you know, anything different. So who knows what these are, what these forms are. Maybe that will be revealed in Winds and Waves. Maybe it's a teaser to that. I'm not too sure. There's a bunch of energies in the background. It must be something to do with typing. I'm not too sure, to be honest. But the artworks on these two cards, in my opinion, is very, very basic. That's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. They do look cool. I love Mewtwo. I love Mew. The texture looks really nice. But yeah, they look really basic. So not too sure how these will perform. I don't know how rare they're going to be either. Obviously, they're secret rares. We can see how many cards are in the set. So 128. So it is a large set. It is a decent, well, it's a decently sized set. And if we have, you know, all those Pikachus as a subset, maybe that'll add to the number, making it more. I think there's 30 cards, so instead of 128, it might be 158. Not too sure on that. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, man, that's what we have for now. It still says, you know, releasing simultaneously worldwide on the 16th of September. We get 5 cards per pack. Here's the pack art. I do like the pack art. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, so you get 5 foil cards, 1 foil basic energy, and 1 Pokemon TCG live code card. So you get 7 cards in a pack, 1 energy, 5 cards that are all foil. Every single card is foil in this set. And I guess what's going to be interesting to find out is how rare each tier or card is going to be. So yeah, that's the trailer. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. To me, it looks pretty cool. I'll be honest, I didn't see anything excessively crazy. That's my personal opinion. All the Pikachus are pretty cool. They have a cool foil treatment. So I guess we'll see which Pikachus we get, if that's a subset. Curious to see which other cards are going to be included in the set. Is that Crystal Lugia going to be included or not? Will it have the same foil pattern that the Japanese Classic Collection will have, or had? Who knows, man? There's a lot of stuff that's still unrevealed, so we're just going to have to be patient on that. But yeah, I think the interesting things to note on this is that it seems to be that there's a Pikachu subset. The logo is the same, just 30 instead of 25. We have these 2 new rarities for Mew and Mewtwo EX that have a kind of a chrome effect with all the energies in the background. I don't know if that's some sort of like a hint towards like Delta species type things, but I don't know, because their energy type seems to be seems to match their normal typing. So not too sure once again on that. We get another Charizard. You know, Charizard's always going to be there. I think we can kind of gather that from the past anniversary sets. Charizard will always be there. Base set Charizard in a different foil pattern or whatever. So I wonder if Blastoise and Venusaur are going to be there. Maybe. There's a chance. So guys, who knows, man? Who knows what's going to happen with all the other cards in the set? I'd be really curious to see if we get that Crystal Lugia. And my opinion on the set is that from what we've seen, it's cool, but it doesn't scream like really crazy cards to me from what I've seen. Obviously, I'm not talking about all the other cards we haven't seen, but I don't know, it just doesn't hit as hard as like when Destined Rivals was revealed, when I saw the Team Rocket's Mewtwo, or, you know, like 151 or Ascended Heroes, it doesn't seem as intense in terms of the cards in the set, and it doesn't really attract me as much. But that could be a really good thing, because if, and this is a big if the 30th anniversary set isn't as crazy as people thought, maybe it will have a good effect on the TCG. A good effect in my opinion, which is cards kind of recovering in the sense that prices become more normal. People aren't able to really scalp that product because there's not too much madness in it. Once again, this is a big if, because there's a ton of cards that we haven't seen, and there's a lot of room for some pretty big Pokemon, pretty big cards in that set. So there's a lot to be revealed, as I said multiple times in this video. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think so far from what you've seen? Do you feel like it's going to be crazy? Do the cards in the video make you want to buy it? And another big question is, are Pokemon already printing this set in mass to make sure that everyone can get it, and fixing the problem that has been going on for not 2 years yet, but 1.5 years at least? Are they going to be able to print enough for everyone and get everyone to celebrate the 30th anniversary or not? That's the big question. So I guess we'll have to wait and see, only time will tell. I hope that you kind of enjoyed watching this video. I know we just looked at a trailer together, but I thought it'd be cool to look at it and give my opinion on it and talk about little details that I saw. But yeah, let me know guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. If you did like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I have another video coming out, which was originally going to be this video, talking about whether or not you should be buying Pitch Black when that releases, taking a look at Abyss Eye, which is the Japanese equivalent of the set. Both sets are going to be pretty much the same anyway. But yeah, taking a look at those, the Pokemon, the cards, do I think it's worth buying or not? You can go check that video out when it comes out, if you want to find out. So guys, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, take care, peace out, bye! And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Peace out, bye.